Okay, so I'm going to go over question 3 because question 3 is the one that we have the most problems over. So it says, a 3-foot tree, okay, so I'm talking about a tree, casts a 10-foot shadow. So I'm also looking at the shadow. I'm comparing a tree and its shadow. How many feet long is the shadow? So I don't know what the shadow is of a 12-foot tall tree. So the information they're giving me is the information for a tree. Okay, so I'm going to draw my proportion. I am comparing a tree to a shadow. I'm going to put SHAD for shadow. Draw my proportion. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first ratio given. I have 3 to 10. 3-foot tree, 10-foot shadow. Now the question is saying how many feet long is a shadow of a 12-foot tree? So this tree goes with tree. So my 12 has to go on my numerator because it's the information for the tree. And I don't know what the shadow is. That's what I'm figuring out. So everything on the top should be tree. My numerator, everything on the denominator should be shadow. Okay, now I'm going to ask myself, 3 times what gets me to 12? 3, 6, 9, 12, 4. 3 times 4 equals to 12. Whatever I do to my numerator, I do to my denominator. So 10 times 4 gives me 40. So I know if I have a 12-foot tree, I'm going to have a 40-foot shadow. Okay, that's how you solve it using a proportion. Now let me go to my table. Oops, black. So I'm going to draw a table. I'm comparing tree again to shadow. Okay, everything that has to do with shadow should be on my right side. Everything that has to do with tree should be on my left side. So I'm going to start with the first ratio. So this ratio right here is what I want to start with. Okay, 3 to 10. So I'm going to start with a 3-foot tree and a 10-foot shadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and double that. So the next row, the next equivalent ratio is going to be a 6-foot tree and a 20-foot shadow. Okay. Now, I need to get all the way to a 12-foot tree. So that means this column right here needs to get up to 12 feet. Okay. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 9. Should give me 30. 12. This is where I'm going to stop. This was a question I got. How do I know when to stop? Whatever I get on my shadow side is my answer. 40. Now I'm stopping here because it's 12. Okay? So I know if I have a 12-foot tree, I have a 40-foot shadow. Well, look at that. I got the answer for both. 40-foot shadow. I know I'm doing it right because I already got 40 foot for a proportion. I got 40 feet for a ratio table. Let's see if I get 40 feet for a tape diagram. So again, I'm comparing tree and I'm comparing shadow. I have 3 units for tree and I have 10 units for shadow. It's going to go out. Okay, that's 10. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that was not. There you go. Okay, so I have tree. These are my trees. This is my shadow. Okay, the information was given to me that 12-foot goes with tree. So that means outside of my 3 units, I'm going to write 12 feet. So I know 3 units equals to 12 feet. So if 3 units equals to 12 feet, 1 unit equals to, well, what's 12 divided by 3? Hint, hint, the number that I had on my proportion right here. So it's 4 feet. So that means every every single one of these units is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So I already know how much my tree is. I want to know how much is the shadow. So if I do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 10 times, I get 40 feet. So I know if I have 3-foot tree, 12-foot tree, I have a 40-foot shadow. It checks off. All 3 of them give me 40 feet. So I know for sure my answer is it will have a 40-foot shadow. Okay? Very, very slowly done. Very simple. If you guys still have a question after viewing this, make sure you transfer this answer to your Nearpod. Okay, your homework is to do all 4 of them. If you still have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me.